beautiful people. How are you? Oh my goodness. I am so excited to be here today. I know. It feels like it's been forever since we've last seen each other. But I am excited to be here today. Happy Friday to you. I hope that you are amazing. I hope you are living your best life. I want to say welcome to all of my newcomers. If this is your first time joining me here at my YouTube channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. Listen, there's some amazing things happening on this YouTube channel. We just finished a 30-day weight loss Bible study called Taste for Truth. So I have some videos here. 30 days worth of videos. That's why it's been so long since I've been here. I needed a break, y'all, because a sister was tired. I was recording videos every day. But if this is your first time here, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Right below this video is that red subscribe button. Make sure you click it and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on all the good stuff that's happening here. Now, okay, so I've been away. A lot of stuff's been going on. And I wanted to come in today and just chat with you a little bit about a concept that I have been working through. Okay, so let me kind of give you some background before I jump into my discussion. At my church for the last 2 years, this is year 2 that we've been doing this, with the women's group at my church, instead of us every year choosing a set of New Year resolutions, what we have been doing is choosing or having what I like to call a one-word focus. So what we do is we go through this process where we choose one word that will be the driving force for the whole year. And that one word becomes the umbrella for all of the goals and the dreams and the things that we want to work through or accomplish for the year. And so here's why I decided to go down that path. I have found that every year I sit down and I come up with like a boatload of resolutions. And then the end of the year comes and guess what? Y'all know what happens. I've accomplished nothing because I took on too much. And that's what happens with resolutions. We bite off, as they say, more than we can chew. When we focus and narrow our focus to one word, then we start working on our character and our person. And the more that we work on our person, then we become able to do many of the things that we want to do because we get to the root of the problem, right? Because usually with resolutions, that's the surface stuff. When we start focusing and looking inward, we start dealing with the root of why I need to make a resolution in the first place. Okay, so my one word for this year is becoming. Now, I know First Lady Michelle Obama has a book, which I have and I have read, awesome book, called Becoming. Well, I did not choose my word based on her book. I chose my word because what I have found the last few years is that I have literally been experiencing severe burnout. What do I mean by that? I have been trying to do way too many things for way too many people, and as a result, I've neglected myself. So my word becoming this year is about working on me. Because I realize that I cannot continue to pour from an empty cup. I hope you heard that. I can't give what I don't have. So I have to do some work on Rochelle, right? And it becomes so easy for us to give self-love and self-care to everybody else but us, okay? So my word becoming has allowed me to ask myself this question, which is the title of today's discussion. Am I being? Am I being? Am I being? Okay. So if someone says, well, what are you? If someone walked up to you and say, well, what are you? Well, your response may be, I am a human being. We say that very loosely. I am a human being. But let's slow it down. Let's take it in pieces. I am a human that is being. The question is, who am I being and what am I being? I am a human that is living life to its fullest. I am a human that is a vital force in the universe. I am a human that is providing substance to the environment that I'm in. I am a human that is being. So we have to ask ourselves, if I am a human being, am I being? Am I being? And so here's two concepts that I want to run past you very quickly. Two concepts. Two. The first concept, 3 words. Do, have, and be. Do, have, and be. Now let me give you some background. The more that I do, the more I have, the more I become. Do, have, be. The more I do, the more I have, the more I become. What is wrong with that concept? What's wrong with that is it leaves us unfulfilled and unsatisfied. Why? Because no matter how much we do and how much we have or how much we become, it's never enough. Because you'll have and then you'll want more. You'll do and you'll need to do more in order to have more. You'll do more, you'll have more, and then the expectation from people will force you to become more. So it leaves us unfulfilled and unsatisfied. And we base our success on what we do and what we have, not on who we are. Okay? All right, that's the first concept. Do, have, be. The more I do, the more I have, the more I become. Here's the concept that I've been trying to live by so far this year. Be, do, and have. Be, do, and have. When I start being, I will start having. No, when I start being, I will start doing, and then I'll start having. Did you hear that? It's a little different from the first one. When I start being, then I will start doing, and then I will start having. What does that do for me? Not only does it leave me fulfilled and satisfied, it leaves me fulfilled and satisfied, not because of what I do or what I have, but because of who I am without it. Did you hear that? When I start being, doing, and having in that order, when I be, then I do, then I have, it leaves me fulfilled and satisfied, not because of what I do or because of what I have, but because of who I become without it. And that becomes the question. If God was to take everything from you, who would you be? Who is Rochelle without all of the stuff? Who am I without the cars, without the houses, without the exotic trips, without the Louis Vuittons, without the Gucci shoes, without the handsome husband, without the beautiful wife, without the wonderful kids who are doing amazing in college, without the 6-figure career? Who are you without any of that? Because that is what's going to measure your success. There's a story in the Bible about a man named Job. Job had everything. His life was perfect, right? He had the perfect number of children. He had cattle. He had livestock. He had resources. He had a beautiful wife. He was healthy. He had a home. He had servants. He had the life we long for. And one day, it was all taken from him. All of his children died. All of his cattle died. All of his livestock died. All of his money depleted. His wife was nagging him. And not only that, his health failed him. And there's one statement in the book of Job that is so powerful. When Job was sitting in his emptiness, in his void, in his loss, his wife said, "Why don't you curse God and die? Because at this point, you have nothing to live for because you don't have any more stuff. You don't have any things, right? So you might as well curse God and die." You know what Job said? He said, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust him." Here's how I interpret that. Whether I have it or not, I'm still blessed. Whether I have it or not, I'm still faithful. Whether I have it or not, I'm still a person of integrity. Whether I have it or not, I still respect myself. Whether I have it or not, I'm still a person of compassion. So that becomes the question. Who are you being? Who am I being? And then what are the results of who I'm being? What are the results? Is my life just focused on doing so I can have, so that I can please people? Or is my life focused on being all that God desires for me, so that I have the integrity to do what God has called me to do, so that I can become and have all that God desires for me to have? So you see the difference? The first one, when we start functioning with the do, have, and the be, it's about pleasing people. But when we be, do, and have, it's about pleasing God. People, God. And guess what happens? You can never please people. They are always going to want more, expect more. They're never going to be satisfied with what you do. You'll do everything and it still won't be good enough. And so we have to get out of this habit of trying to please people and start learning to please God. Because when I become what God has purpose for me to become, then I will be inspired to do what God has called me to do. And then as a result, God would bless me with what I need. That's how that works. That's how that works. I read this quote. It said, 1% of transformation applied 365 days of the year will transform you 365% in 1 year. Did you hear that? 1% of transformation that's applied 365 days of the year will transform you 365% of the year. You get more out of life doing less than you do trying to do too much. That's for 5 people watching this video. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You need to really work on who you are. Who are you? Am I being? What kind of human being am I? That is the question that we have to look at. That is my focus for this year. New mindset equals new results. That's my focus. New mindset equals new results. My old mindset has been, I got to do this so I can have this, so I can be this, so people will like me and approve of me. My new mindset is, I'm going to be this, and when I start being this, then I'll start doing this, and the more that I'm faithful over the doing, then God will bless me with what I need. That's how that works. It's so simple. And guess what it does? It takes pressure off of you. Oh my God, it lifts the weight off of your shoulders. When you stop trying to live your life to please people and start living for an audience of one, which is God, It takes so much pressure off of you. And actually, you get more done. You get more done. Because God is going to give you direction on what you need to do. People just sit back most times and wait for you to fail so they can talk about you. Just saying. Okay. That's my thoughts. That's where I am. That's where I am today on this Good Friday. So I want to know your thoughts. What are you thinking? Share with me right below this video your thoughts on today's conversation and anything else you want to add to the discussion. I'm open to that. And if you have any suggestions on topics you might want me to discuss on Fridays, drop those in the comments below, because I'm reading your comments and I'm trying to make sure I reply to everybody and let you know how grateful I am that you are here. So listen, have an amazing day on purpose. Be patient with yourself. It's a process. Love yourself today. Love yourself. Love yourself, because you're worth it. Okay? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.